Hello, all. Welcome to Spiritually Unspiritual, where psychology and spirituality go hand in hand. Yay. Hello. Today, I will be using the Empty Cup Oracle by Stasia Burrington. I've used this once in one of my earlier videos, and I was only able to use one card, but a very powerful card. For whatever reason, I'm being guided, or I've been being guided over the last few days to use the Empty Cup Oracle. And this morning, as I was preparing for my planned readings, the idea of a focus on those with difficult mothers, that came through. And because that is sort of what perhaps the need is, that will be our focus. I'm pausing because there is no real plan. There's no real card spread or layout. I'm really going to trust the cards today. And as I was trying to, decide, okay, what would be the right sort of supporting stone, at first I was looking over here at citrine. And that actually led me to, oh no, it has to be Golden Healer. And my Golden Healer stone is clearly not just Golden Healer. This is Golden Healer with pyrite. And this combination with Golden Healer, which is an iron stained quartz, this one's really, really loaded and covered with pyrite. I did not get to pick it out. This was the one sent to me, and I think it's like a coat of armor over the Golden Healer, which is saying quite a bit about my needs. Anyway, Golden Healer combined with pyrite creates a powerful synergy for amplified spiritual healing, manifestation, and protection. And in this theme, I thought, Golden Healer with pyrite boosts self-worth, abundance, motivation, and clearing negative energy for holistic well-being, helping you align to your divine purpose with earthly success. So really a powerful stone. Also, Golden Healer in itself is a universal energy and sort of deep kind of cleansing stone, where pyrite on its own offers grounding, confidence, and attracts prosperity because it looks like gold, making it again, just multi-purpose, multifaceted, which may be needed today. Okay, that's all I'll say. So let me go ahead. I did pre-shuffle these a good bit. As I was pre-shuffling, I kept getting the ancestor card, which is the one card I got in an earlier reading. Probably my first real video. So if it comes out again today, I'll be curious. But it came up like 3 times while I was shuffling. So yeah, I'm gonna trust the process. Like I said, I don't know how many cards are going to come out, but let's see. Okay. All right. Empty Cup Oracle. What messages do you have for those with difficult mothers? Ooh. I don't want to take a big clump like this. I want to see, first I want to see what will kind of come out. Oh, they are, ooh, the energy. Oh boy, okay. Okay, oh, it's that same one. It is a little bit of a clump. Oh no. Telephone, telescope, stinging nettle, flying fish. Okay, all right. I love how when I'm doing something, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do it like this, and then I end up doing it like this. Well, this one, because this flipped up again, I want to trust, like I said, the process. This looks mixed up enough. They're normally alphabetical, but I don't know why I'm like procrastinating. I'm like, oh, I'm not afraid, but just hesitant to see what this message is. Okay, well, these will be very guidebook heavy, and at the same time, telephone, telescope, connection, looking outward, stinging nettle, getting stung. Perhaps there'll be some medicinal kind of healing properties here, but stinging nettle. Speaking of herbs, before I continue, I did just want to share, not this big ass tea mug, but the tea I have today is a tea I brought back from Ishigaki, which is in Okinawa, and it is Kambara, which is a healing herb. It's described similar as mint, but it's not mint. It doesn't taste like mint. It's very herbal, and it's tied to the more sort of kind of traditional ancestral kind of practice with medicine and herbs. And I didn't know that when I bought it. So, and I was like looking it up because I was like, what's Kambaba? Anyway, I thought, oh, I'm probably going to talk about my tea today and share again, right, that there are loads of existing traditional, ancestral, ceremonial uses of herbs and teas. And so now I'm not just having a cup of tea, I'm usually having something very intentional. So anyway, adding that into, if that inspires you, bring that into your own, practice, process, okay? Flying fish, flying away. Okay, now let's get into the guidebook. Yeah, I'm nervous. Oh, okay. Okay, telephone. Communication, translation, miscommunication, misunderstanding, breakdown. Thinking here of old school tin cannon string telephones and texting. Even communicating face-to-face isn't always foolproof. Remember that there are barriers to expression in any tool. This card is a reminder to ask questions, ask for clarity, shed off expectations, and mind reading. So much distress and drama can be avoided with clarity, only speaking your truth, and engaged, active listening. Wow. How important it is to be mindful when we are engaging with others that may activate or trigger us. It is hard, especially if it is family, especially if it is a parent, and especially if it is a mother. If that individual triggers you, but you still desire connection. So yeah, of course, especially if you're not face to face, over text, over phone, misunderstanding, miscommunication, can easily occur. Asking for clarity, whether it's within yourself, the person you're speaking to. Good message, good message. Okay. Ooh, now I'm excited to see what Telescope has to say. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Telescope, take a step back. Think about what is too distant to be obvious, either in space or time. Don't trust your naked eyes to see everything. Don't always trust your assumptions. There are devices to aid you in a superpower sort of way. There are experts and people who know more than you in certain areas. Seek out the curious and passionate scientists and mystics to help you along your way. And then there's this lovely other thing here, a quote. So transform yourself first, because you are young and have dreams and want to do something meaningful. That in itself makes you our future and our hope. Keep expanding your horizon, decolonize your mind, and cross borders. Yuri Kochiyama is who is being quoted here. Oh, transform yourself first. Do your own work first. Your healing will not be found in another. A lot of times people come into therapy and the focus, very cliche, but for a reason, very Freudian, right? Focusing on the impact of, mother or father, parents, or whoever your parental constellation is, whether it is other relatives, grandparents who have raised you, strangers who have raised you, non-traditional parent coupling, right? All these things are coming through. But to do your own work. They are not the source of your healing. People come into therapy and they think, oh, if they understood, oh, if they could, see it from my perspective, right? The energy is usually on wanting the other person to change, right? To give them the magical capacity to understand or comprehend something that they may not be willing to, may not be ready to. And we keep giving our power away in hopes that that person will give us permission to heal. Take a step back. Take a step back. Pay attention to the activations. What is that? What is that connected to? What is that source? There's what more is there to it? Oh boy. Don't let others sway the truth of yourself. Okay. Seek out passionate scientists and mystics. Again, you always have your guides. You always have, well, in levels, right? Yes, there are professionals, right? There are therapists, counselors, sponsors, supports, advocates. There are, healers, mystics, Reiki workers, shamans, fortune tellers, right? Like we're getting into that energy, right? And then there are, like I said, there are your guides, your guardian angels, your ancestral spirit guides, or whatever, God or goddess kind of resonates with you. I'm getting a lot out of this card. I want to move on because they're definitely talking to one another. Stinging nettle. Stinging nettle. Stinging. Oh boy. Did not know my day would go like this. Okay. Ooh. Stinging nettle. Irritating, mildly poisonous, though when handled correctly, delicious and medicinal. I'm pausing. Do you know anyone who is like a stinging nettle? Perhaps a parent? That's just coming through. Okay? Irritating, mildly poisonous, but when handled correctly, delicious and medicinal is another way of saying, helpful, tolerable. Think about things that cause you discomfort and how you can doctor them to your advantage. Stress can feel bad, but it also helps us get shit done. In this way, stress can be healthy. When daily discomforts what daily discomforts do you experience? Ooh, stinging nettle, welcoming you to be more mindful of as you go through your day, noticing what causes discomfort. And then to take it another step, what are the thoughts, narratives, or beliefs associated to that discomfort? A lot of times people will have a narrative of, or a belief of, oh, this is hard, or I'm not good at this. And then so right away, they've like kind of, geared down into a lower vibration of self-worth, right? They're already convincing themselves there's this invisible, barrier they've created versus, oh, it may be difficult, but if I try, if I persevere, if I, just believe I can learn something out of trying, right? That's a different mindset. Okay. Ooh, stinging nettle, good. Okay, these discomforts, these daily discomforts, how are they telling you what you need? And if they're truly harmful? That's a good assessment, right? Am I just thinking this is going to hurt me? That narrative, that belief, right? That thought, or is it something that can actually hurt me? Right? A lot of times, remember, most fear is in the mind. The idea, especially with the unknown, right? This card suggests you advocate for your bodily and mental health. Find the medicine that is right for you. Oh, okay. Speaking my language. Love it, love it, love it. Find a medicine. And again, medicines aren't just herbal, right? They can be mineral. They can be, doing cards it's also another form of medicine, if you will. But let me go back to what Stassi is saying here. So again, find the medicine that's right for you. This could be herbal, and this can also be prescription. It could be cuddling, nighttime skinny dipping, beautiful. Or it could be, okay, and it could be, she mentions a prescribed antidepressant. So yeah, for those that are suffering with symptoms such as, depression, anxiety, mainly, if you have tried other things and you still can't quite, I call it like buoy yourself. A lot of times an antidepressant has an ability to just bring in enough serotonin, and then it helps you just feel like, oh, you're no longer sinking down into this hopelessness. Kind of, it not just buoys you up a bit, it creates like a buffer or pause between depressive thoughts. So before you just automate or default into a depressive thought, it gives you like a little pause so you can question it. Is that really true? Is that really my choice? Yeah. So yeah. Again, it's very, very personal. Choosing prescription medication is very personal, but it exists for a reason, because it works. But it does not heal. It does not fix. It does not solve. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't make anything go away. It just makes it more manageable. It makes it more manageable so that then you can step back and learn more about why things activate you. Oh, good. Oh, I love, what a good flow. Okay, cool. You know what makes you feel good and what makes you feel sane, healthy, and happy. Well, or if you don't, that's a good place to start. Right? Giving yourself permission to build up self-awareness so that then you can say, I know what makes me happy. I know what causes discomfort. I know what I am capable and willing and able to manage. This is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing process. Okay. Flying fish. Super curious about what this is going to be. What I appreciate about the Empty Cup Oracle, these Oracle cards, these images, at least since I've used them, they are never what you think they're going to be. And they're just, it's a delightful introspection. That's how I'll frame it. Flying fish. A fish that is so gracefully able to leave the water. So strange and wonderful. Think of this card as the frilly, superfluous, unnecessary, but oh so exciting. Think of flair, that little bit of extra. Think of fun, silliness. If creatures such as these seem so comfortable out of their natural habitat, think about how you can move out of your comfort zone and explore new environments. You might like it. Okay, well, going out of your comfort zone also came up in my last full moon reading for Gemini. And again, this sort of sequence, right? Reminding yourself of your ability to leave the discomfort, the uncomfortable environments if you have to. These are almost like, oh, here are different ways to cope. That's how I'm, seeing it through my lens. Yeah, sometimes just getting out of a toxic environment, getting out of an uncomfortable situation, flying away from a kind of non-beneficial relationship or connection. I'm going to keep it a little more neutrally. Sometimes it's not a good fit, or you just don't gel, or someone just, it feels like your time's being wasted, or they drain you, right? But you still have your ability to feel joy, to, go towards what, and I love this. It's like, what are you looking towards as you're flying away, fish? Are you looking at the moon? Are you looking at, the sky? Are you looking at mountains? Are you looking at just more than just this water, right? More than just this. Imagine water is not depression per se, but just where we maybe water is your upbringing, your childhood, right? Everything you know about life up to a certain point is just, like the ocean, right? And all you know is what's under that surface. And then as you get older, remember, there's something waiting for you. There's a higher purpose calling you, maybe. And you jump up and you fly up out of the water, and all of a sudden you see the rest of the world, and you're excited and you're ready to explore. Oh boy, where's this going? Yeah. Moving out of your comfort zone, facing, I want to be mindful. I when I say facing your fear, there's so much more to it. Fear is not something you just face. Fear is something you work with by challenging the thoughts, beliefs, narratives, by assessing what is real versus what is perceived. And if there is fear because you've experienced real threat and harm, then that is a very different type of healing, which is very, very, very much possible, very much a source of greater strength, and very much a springboard, if you will, for higher awareness, for higher levels of gratitude, higher appreciation for being able to have the ability to make yourself feel good, to delight in things that make you feel more like you. Okay, that's oh boy, I did not think we get so much out of these cards. Oh, and because it's me, I'm curious, because these all came out in that, grouping, and I might be pushing it, but I feel like perhaps there's a little bit more here. Maybe just one more card. Anything. Oof. I need to be careful. Please, just one card. Please, just one card. Anything. Oh, it's not one card. It is two cards, and it is. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I'm just pausing because this moon card was on the bottom of the deck, and pruning shears reminds me of my last moon reading, where I talk about doing cord cutting, energetic snipping away of toxic and energies, responsibilities, anxieties, obligations that no longer serve you. Ooh, but I won't assume. Let's see what Stassi has to say. Empty Cup Oracle. see. I'm not even focusing. I'm a little stunned. Okay. Pruning shears, trimming, editing. It's hard work swimming upstream against the twin cults of consumer materialism and busy. And the idea that more is more. Really, more is often overwhelming, distracting, dramatic, and stressful. But in this is its masochistic appeal, treading on the edge of balancing a billion things and almost going crazy is exciting, and people love it. It also makes you feel important and like a blanking badass adult, which is awesome. But we don't have to do and have it all the time. It's ridiculous and it kills us. I am loving this. As I was reading initially the description, and I look at this, and at first I was thinking, okay, like it's also this time of year, like holly branches, whatever. This message, this time of year, yeah, people go insane with consumerism by buying into the motivation that they have to buy gifts or else they don't care. That's the trick. That's the master manipulation of the holidays. Right? Like, if you don't buy gifts for all your family and friends, you don't spend your money, you're not thoughtful enough. Very conditional. It's like the clearest example of conditional love. And if you have difficult parents, if you have a difficult mother, if you have someone who oh boy, family, right? Not wanting to disappoint, not wanting to feel guilty. So instead, people buy, and they're in this illusion of timeline. They're in this illusion of the more I give, the more they'll appreciate it. Some people never appreciate anything. It's not because you didn't pick out the right gift. It is because they don't possess the ability to appreciate themselves, let alone what people offer them. That's just something that came through. I'm still taking in like again, and then like I said, it's right next to the moon, my last moon reading. I had the visual, snip, 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 snip. But I love in the Empty Cup Oracles offering this idea of snipping away attachment to consumerism, to things, to the pressure, to the, again, these false narratives, rationalizations, justifications we tell ourselves to feel good versus just feeling good. Get the difference? You don't need anything outside of yourself to feel good. You get to just feel good. But when you're driven by a belief, a conditioned belief, and not just conditioned within your family, but conditioned by society. This whole time of year, everyone, right? They're and then you can feel the energy change in the air. There's way more stress. People are honking their horns. People are rushing about, trying to squeeze all this extra stuff in, along with their daily lives, their jobs, their responsibilities. And it's just so counterproductive. So you what, can like have the illusion of a happy family, of a happy life? Wow. No, thank you. No, thank you. There's more here, right? Let's see. We can still be badass adults while focusing our energy and cutting out things that really aren't important. That's a real sign of maturity, by the way, right? When people use the term FOMO, why? That is just it's a justification for, doing more, buying more. Like it's a instant gratification is fleeting. It's fleeting. Comparison is counterproductive to self-worth. I can go on and on. It takes discipline, and it can feel scary to trust that not doing everything all at once, all the time, is absolutely fine and will be more effective and satisfying. Snip, snip. Oh, but conversely, don't go overboard. Be conscious and intentional with your time and energy. Again, edit your life frequently and ruthlessly. It's your masterclass after all. And she's quoting Nathan W. Morris. The first step to getting what you want is having the courage to get rid of what you don't want. Okay, again, in the full moon in Gemini reading, again, it's the end of the year. This emphasis on decluttering, really clearing away what you no longer need. Be mindful of over consuming and recluttering your life. Why do you need so much distraction? What are you afraid of? What are you hiding from? Okay. Oh, okay. I want to move on. The moon. The moon. I love the moon. I really mean that. I appreciate whenever I can catch the moon where I live, because we tend to have a lot of rain and clouds at this time. But when the moon shines through and illuminates, it almost creates these auras around the clouded area that it's peeking through. So much power comes through the moonlight. So much power comes through the moonlight. The moon. This giant rock in the sky, symbol bound and heavy. The closest celestial body to Earth. Cycles, tides, repetition, rhythm. A balance between change and continuity. Listen to your own cycles, your own ebbs and flows. Don't try to force them into shapes and schedules that are too uncomfortable. You as a human being, a living thing existing in this universe, are as natural and valid and important as the moon. Did you hear that, flying fish? Treat yourself as a rare, precious, beautiful, mysterious, and luminous collection of cells and stardust that you are. I do appreciate in Empty Cup Oracle that Stassi doesn't hold back. I am censoring out just some words. It's YouTube, whatever. But I'm reading them in my mind. I'll get on a whole rant about censorship, so I won't go there. But to accept all parts of yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly, the what we call, filthy isn't filthy. It's natural. Natural, right? What gets in the way of our shine? Man-made constructs, man-made conditions, man-made divisiveness. What's good, what's bad, what's pure, what's evil, what's clean, what's dirty. No, 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 no. Well, I will leave it there. If you hear a beeping, my sweet potatoes are done. Okay, well, thank you for coming into the energy of the Empty Cup Oracle. Thank you for, seeing how this messaging unfolded. And again, with all these readings, if there is something here for you, if you learn just by watching this process, how to use cards, how to trust yourself in the use of cards, this is just all intuitively guided, right? With some spiritual support. I'm not going to lie, I don't make these cards come out, but intuitively wanting to take more cards, right? Or how many to take, whether to use the guidebook or not, like all these things, right? You also have this ability. You just have to practice. You just have to practice. And then as you practice, you get more confident. This is a good reflection for me as well. Like I said, I used this oracle in my first real video on the channel. And in that video, I'm not going to say I wasn't confident. I just didn't know what I was even doing, why I was even doing it. But fast forward a few months later, Empty Cup Oracle. That's the other one that's always telling me to, use me again, use me again. Happy that Empty Cup Oracle is showing up again. And will probably show up another time. Okay, well, take good care. Bye-bye.